Welcome to the At Leisure Podcast. This is a show about sports, video games, movies, and just basically the things we do with our leisure time. My name is Brett, and I'm here again with my good friend Ashton, reviewing Avatar: The Way of Water. We went and got to see this movie together for the first time in a while. You know, if you don't know the backstory, we're not in the same town, so we had a good old days meeting up and watching this movie in 3D. I think we had different opinions, so let's just start off with, did you like this movie? Let's start off with that.
It's a little mixed on that part. Had some enjoyment, but it's a long movie. I'm just going to say that. It was enjoyable to watch. I'll say that. Yeah, it was enjoyable.
Okay, so you liked it. I liked it also. So I gave it an 8.3, which for me is, you should go see this movie. It's definitely worth your time. I would always recommend it. What was your score?
As far as, out of 10, I gave it about probably a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
So
what is a 6 for you?
Somewhat. Like? Yeah, so I don't know. I'm a tougher critic in that regard, as far as not too many movies crack the 7 mark for me, you gotta be like, so I mean, like I said, it was enjoyable, but just not, I don't know, had some stuff I liked, then some I guess more stuff I didn't like, what I mean?
Okay.
Like, as far as
you wouldn't recommend it.
Nah, probably not. No, I probably wouldn't recommend it.
Okay, I guess let's start off with the stuff you didn't like. What didn't you like about this movie?
So as far as what I didn't like, obviously, for starters, like I said, the length that really got to me, Yeah. So then I hate to keep harping on that, but I'd say way too long, So over 3 hours, just a long movie for me.
And
Dude,
you like Lord of the Rings, man?
No, you are correct. Well, it's got to be, there's exceptions, but like that. Well, that tells you about how I feel about it, because there are 3 hour movies I like, so it's not like I just absolutely despise 3 hour movies. But
right,
because I made it through this movie without going to the bathroom, so I was kind of shocked by that. But
we planned.
Yeah, I think I took one sip of my water during the movie, and then felt it coming, so I stopped. And then another thing is, I feel like it had the potential for a good story, or I felt like it was there. It just, I don't know. I'll say it didn't quite get there, but also I don't know if that's kind of like similar to the I have more movies planned problem. You know what I mean? So I can't really give everything away right here.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I thought it had good potential that was there, just didn't quite get there for me.
Yeah, for me, I would say the negatives were the bad guy. This is a spoiler review.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alerts. The bad guy, they brought back the old bad guy, which is something I hate when movies do that. When you kill somebody and then you just bring him back, it makes death not important in your world. And if you're setting up a universe, I'll always have in the back of my mind, but this guy could come back. They've literally got his memory on a backup computer somewhere, so he could literally come back a million times.
Exactly.
And I hate when they do that. That I understand they're saying we have the technology, so why don't we do it? But why are you throwing the technology all into this guy who failed the mission? You're giving him a second shot, and he already screwed up the first time. Like, what is his, what is he so good at that someone else couldn't do?
Yeah, no, like he obviously didn't do it the first time, so
right.
Let's give him another shot.
They didn't really say that. The only thing is they just wanted that.
He's the only one dumb enough to go to Pandora.
Yeah. I think some people, so I have a friend who, he thinks that the reason that they're doing this is so that it's like more of eventually he's going to join the good guys, the classic season 1 bad guy.
Yeah.
Eventually
he's a good guy eventually. Yeah.
And be like the right-hand man of Jake Sully.
Okay.
Because it's like, in the end, he's an
avatar.
Human.
Yeah.
He's an avatar.
Yeah.
He saw his son save his life and then still pick the avatars over him.
Yeah.
And so it's like, where's he going to go now? Like, I don't know. I see where my friend is coming from, but at the same time, I'm like, just make a new villain, make a new villain. It's not that hard.
It wouldn't be that hard, because, I
thought they were going to do it with the girl. There was like,
they kind of introduced her for about 5 minutes.
Commander, and then you barely see her.
Yeah, because, if you think about the whole,
are you really?
Depending on how they portrayed it on Earth, you could make the whole human race hate this guy. Like, if you're like, hey, this is our planet, we need it, and he's choosing these random people over, or this random species over us.
Right.
But
there's so many ways you could take it, but instead they just brought the guy back to life. I did not like that.
Yeah,
that was my least favorite part. I will say, at least they gave him more to do. He was more nuanced than the first time. Like, he obviously cared about Spider. The whole time you're like, which is his son. And the whole time you're like, does this guy is this the same person or is this a different person? You know, he
Yeah,
was
no, because
acting
he's got
like
it hidden back
I'm
there.
not the same.
Yeah.
I'm not the same guy. You know, like he's talking to him. He's like, your father was a tool. I'm not.
Hmm.
I'm not your father.
Yeah.
You know, we're not even biologically related.
Look at me.
Yeah, but at the same time, you could tell like he saw him as a son and had kind of protected him a little bit the whole time. And they spent time together, and you know,
Yeah.
Spider
Yeah.
taught him language, and you know, he wasn't just like he was vengeful, but it wasn't like the whole like his only character. So I mean, at least they did that, but still didn't like that much. Another negative I thought was like, boy, this movie was just super predictable because it was just full of tropes.
Yeah, I'm with you there. And that was one thing I forgot to include on mine was just like style over substance, kind of. You know, like you're kind of not exactly what you're saying, but similar to tropes. Just
And
yeah,
they did it well, so like I can handle it. Like I like tropes when they're done well. So like in the movie, I was there, but I will say like there was nothing that surprised me.
yeah, yeah,
You know, there was no like. I wanted the the oldest son to have plot armor. I think mostly because I related to that kid. And so I was like, "Oh, dude, this guy is gonna die." Like I thought it pretty early, but I thought hopefully that maybe they're not gonna do that because they want to give Jake Sully's like family like plot armor of like he is protecting his kids, like that was the theme.
yeah,
Um, but eventually, like you know, that's normally how it is. The older brother dies, so the younger brother, the middle child, can like get over his character flaws and become the guy he's supposed to be. Where the oldest son already was that guy, and so I just saw that coming.
yeah.
But you know, I still liked it. I was still sad. I don't know. I'm a big old mush right now, and all the emotional beats are getting me right now. And seeing the kids, I was gotta protect them. Gotta protect them.
I thought it definitely had more. I don't know the right word here. Character connection. You know, like
You cared about
you
these
kind of
guys.
felt about like
You
the
cared about
first one was
these.
kind of like
The first
yeah,
movie,
no,
I didn't care about
just a
anybody, and
movie.
I
Yeah,
honestly thought Jake Sully was like a thundering idiot in that
yeah,
first
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Like
I'm with you.
everything he did, I was just like, "What?
Yeah,
Why? Why are we again?
why are
Why
you
are we
doing this,
putting so
dude?
much money into this
Yeah,
moron?" Their explanation was like, "Well, your brother was top dog and he died, so
hmm,
you have to do it now." I'm like, "You have so much money and resources. You literally." A guy who's dead and you put his brain in a
yeah,
computer and you
exactly,
brought him back to
exactly.
life. You're telling me you can't find a way around this? But that's complaining about the first movie,
Yeah,
which I didn't like very much. Maybe we should have started off with that. Did you like
maybe.
the first movie?
No, I did not. I
We
did
were
not.
both coming into this
So
movie
I,
not
yeah,
expecting a lot.
not a big fan of the first one. So
The only reason we're going to see it is because you know everyone says it's a spectacle, and the first time it was a spectacle. Like
hmm,
that was the best part, and in this time, I'm going to say in the pros, like what I liked about this movie, it looked as amazing as we expected. I loved the 3D aspect of it. I really hope these movies push the tech forward because right now, like my eyes just are burning when I watch in 3D. But golly, I thought it was so cool. Like, man, every time they threw a spear into like a chest of a guy, like the spears pop it, she shoots that
yeah, like coming
arrow,
through it.
and
Yeah,
the
it's like the
arrow's like
back, like
moving.
yeah,
Yeah, oh, it looks awesome. This world is enhanced by when you feel like, holy cow, I feel like I'm underwater every time they like submerge. I thought that looked great every single time. So yeah, just a lot about how this movie, and I never knew what I was looking at. I'm like, is this real? Like, there's a scene at the end where spider drags his dad onto
oh yeah,
rocks,
the rocks. Yeah,
and I'm
hmm,
like, am I watching? What is going on? And like the boats, like the boats are the boats real? Because when everything's CGI, you can be like kind of explaining away of like,
yeah,
okay,
you
well
can
this is
tell.
all computerized.
Hmm.
But when there are actual people on the boats and it looks like the boats are real, like I couldn't figure out.
I bet they're. I don't know. I figure they're like on water, like with a real boat. I don't know. I might be wrong though.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what I'm
know.
saying.
But
Like
but I
it's
was. I'm with you though. I'd say probably the best visual like CGI I've seen. You know, in a movie
yes,
almost like as far as
yes.
100% on
I
that
never
with the
knew if I was watching other than the blue people and
yeah
the
the obvious
creatures.
stuff.
You
Yeah.
know that
Hmm.
those are not real, but so much of it looked awesome. So, like, if nothing else, you should go watch it for just the spectacle of it, especially if you're into that kind of stuff. Another thing I liked, we talked about it some, but the writing was greatly improved from the first movie. I think I cared about these characters, unlike in the first movie. I love the family focus. Again, that's just hit me harder these days. But man, I thought it was good. I will say the plot followed similar beats as the first movie, which I didn't love, and it was pretty predictable, like we said. But still, just thought it was overall better written movie. Dialogue was better, though there was some cheese.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Definitely.
Anything about the?
No, on the
You said
pros,
you
it's
said a
what's
lot
up?
of stuff was you said a lot of stuff was missing in the story that you didn't think quite reached.
Yeah, just I'd say kind of like like I said, the potential I thought was there, which is kind of one of the pros. Like the at the very beginning, I was actually like, okay, I'm really liking this movie, because I feel
Yeah.
like the potential for I don't even maybe it's a story I was wanting, I don't, and I can't even say
Uh
what that
huh.
is exactly, but just
Right.
like
You were invested.
at first, it's like, okay, yeah, much better from the first. Also, though, that's a pro, much
Right.
better than the first, and then
Uh huh.
but yeah, I thought the potential for the story was there, just didn't quite. I don't know, kind of. I don't even know. Like I said over earlier, kind of style over substance. Like beautiful movie. Great
Yeah.
visuals, but just like something was missing in the story. It felt like there was like kind of just followed the basic formula instead.
Uh huh.
But yeah, then the pros. Yeah, again, what I've said already, and then maybe like I said, the best CGI movie ever. In 3D, much better than the last 3D experience I've had. So, which has been a long time because they barely make those anymore.
That's what I'm saying. They need to push
But
this technology forward if they want to
I
keep making
mean,
these.
I can't recall one besides Star Wars 1 coming back out in like 2010 or something. But a lot better than the first, I thought, though. And that being said, like I wasn't bored at all during this movie, even though it being 3 hours long. Like it wasn't like I was ever like, all right, is this thing over yet?
Yeah, you were complaining about the length, and I felt it a little bit, but
There was only a few spots, like mainly, and since we're talking spoilers, like whenever
yeah, yeah,
there was some where it was just like doing stuff in the water. I was like, all right, come on, like
yeah.
this
They're
isn't
like,
mean
look how
anything.
pretty things are.
Like yeah, the will, some of the stuff's cool, but it's like, all right,
Yeah,
come on.
I'm with you. Like there was like a section which I know there are people this
I
is
want to
made
say like
for.
the
Like I could kind of
second,
be there.
like hour and a half to 2.5. Like
Yeah, it was like
that's yeah, right in
45
there. Yeah,
minutes
like I
of
think it's
like
like hour and a half to two, like right in that span. I was like, it's
yes,
like all right, we could
like we're
probably
kind of
wrap
stagnant on
this
the
up a little bit.
story. Just look at this world, and like
Hmm.
that's in there for some people. Like
Yeah, no,
obviously,
that's awesome. Yeah,
you
yeah,
and
it looks
me,
cool.
we thought it looked good, but we were like, okay, let's move it
All right, yeah,
along a
I'm here
little
for the
bit.
movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate because at the beginning, I think why you liked it is like they didn't wait, like they
Yeah, it
didn't do
jumped right
this at the
in.
beginning.
Yeah,
They
it jumped
jumped
right
in.
in.
They had a story to tell. They were telling that
It was
story,
going. Yeah,
and then they kind of like slowed it down to be like, hey, look at how pretty the water
yes,
is. Look at all the creatures in the water. Look
yeah.
at
It's
Pandora.
kind of the opposite of usual because usually like the first 30 minutes of a movie, or not even 30, but first 10, 15 minutes of a movie is kind of like setting the stage for
Uh
like
huh.
giving a little backstory. But yeah, this one it was like in the middle, kind of, if that makes sense to me.
Uh huh. Yeah. No, it makes sense to me, and I like it more than you, and I think that's why it elevates it for me because like during that time, I'm like I can appreciate this world
Yeah, yeah,
building,
yeah.
and I really like these. Excuse me. I really like these animals, specifically the whales, dude. I did not expect to come out of this movie thinking freaking whales are awesome. I'm a big fan of this whale, especially the one
That's
that
probably my MVP of the movie right there.
dude. The
So
whale was
my
awesome.
favorite character of the movie right there. Because
Yeah,
whenever I turned to you and I was like, this guy's definitely done. It's like
yeah.
it's about to ruin me. I'd rather the sun die than him.
Than the whale. Yeah, dude, I love the idea of a bunch of pacifist whales, and like pushing this
I
one guy
know,
away because he wanted
outcast.
to fight
He
back.
tried to save the family's life. What do you want him to do? He's like he's trying to fight back instead of just taking torpedoes over and over. I'm like, what is he doing? He got our mom killed. Like, no, he's trying to fight back, so y'all don't all die.
But man, I liked him. I liked that whale, and like the scene of him swimming with the whale
Oh yeah, like they're
and
both
like
like going
becoming
straight up.
straight
Yeah.
up. Yeah, I
Hmm.
thought, oh, dude, that it gave me the sense of like wonder that I
Hmm.
love in a movie. In movies like this where that's what they're trying to do.
Make you
It
wish you had
actually,
a pet whale.
yeah, exactly. We're like, golly, that would be so awesome and terrifying and just incredible. So yeah, the whales, man. I liked the whales. Man, I love the military tech. I forget James Cameron, made aliens and stuff. And
Yeah,
like
and
this guy,
Terminator. Hmm.
he thinks about alien. I think he just thinks about tech all the time because he's like got the crab walkers and the submarines and the giant boats and
Hmm.
uh the weird time where they had like the exoskeleton and the girl like drinks her coffee with the
Oh yeah,
exoskeletons,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. That was
You're
so,
like,
I was like, what
just
the?
use your
This
hands.
is so pointless. Because she's even doing the hand movement. Like, come on,
Yeah.
just
And,
hold the
and
cup.
I thought they were setting up like, okay, that we're gonna see a fist fight between
That's what I thought.
an
Like
avatar and
Robot
one of
versus
these
Avatar.
exospecies,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and we never saw it. I'm
I
like,
know.
what? Why is this even in the
What's the
movie?
point of it? Yeah, exactly.
But it's still pretty cool. And boy, this movie did a good job of just they built up all these people that you just hate, like such
Very
easily
true.
hateable, such easily hateable characters, like the the one I think of the most is the whale hunter, who was just
Oh yeah,
loving,
just like for
just
that,
just
and
loving
because
killing the whale.
he was like, y'all really kill him for just that? Like you just leave the rest of the body? Like you just that's all you take? You know?
Yeah,
Because he's all
yeah,
about that money.
yeah, and like they're killing the mom while the mommy whale while they're watching
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
sun, and the whole time that scientist is like, yeah, these whales actually they're the smartest things in the world. I'm like, okay, well,
They don't put up much of a fight.
I was about to say like, hey, swim down or something. I don't know.
Yeah, dude. Whenever he
They're
got that arm
smart
chopped
whales.
off, I was like, about freaking time. You know?
Yeah, yeah. That was nuts. When it happened, I'm like, are they gonna do it? And then
I figured it was coming off. Like
yeah,
I
I
thought
thought
that
they'd
but I
like
thought it
cut
was gonna go
away.
straight through. Like, oh yeah, as far as showing it, yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah,
didn't expect that. Yeah,
but
like
they
the
just
arm
showed his
flying
arm
into the
just
water.
sever and him just fly. But and that's obviously like they want you to hate this guy. Didn't see him get his comeuppance, but
Yeah, that well's a machine, man. Like just
dude,
he jumped on about 3
what he
boats in like the
just
span of 5 minutes, man.
yeah,
Props to him.
I'm
He
like
got me tired.
yeah,
Gonna need a drink.
yeah, MVP for
Get this
real.
guy
He saved them
Gatorade.
all. He
Yeah,
saved them
heck
all.
yeah. Also,
And
that's another gripe for me. Okay, like
oh yes, I
not
was
that
about to
the
get into that.
and they didn't. I guess really they got their daughter back, so it's like who cares about these people? The talking about the water clan. Like they
You're
went
talking
with
about
I don't know their exact name, but the water people, like the
uh huh,
avatars.
uh huh.
Like whenever they went to rescue the daughter, all the when the boat people captured the like
Sully's
Jake,
kids.
yeah, Sully's kids, and then the water people's daughter, I think is
Uh
who was
huh.
with them. Like they all, it was like a million of them, and then all of a sudden, it's, okay, no, it's just the 5 Sullys against all these humans
I know.
and the
Like,
whale.
where'd they go?
It's like, oh, we got our
There's like
daughter back.
there's
Screw
a
it.
fire
Yeah,
around the boat, and they're like, "Well, I
yeah.
guess we can't go." Like, swim
Like
underneath.
that.
Y'all
I
are the
didn't see them lay.
swimming
They never
avatars.
laid a finger. Like I legit never saw them in the fight.
They didn't
Once
do
they freed their
anything.
daughter, they were like, all right, yeah, well, we're out of here.
That was so weird. I'm like, where? We looked at each other. We're like, where?
Where'd they
Where
go?
are they? Where are
Like
they?
it was like the Lord of the Rings battle. Except all of a sudden, like imagine if only Aragorn was like Aragorn. he's the only one.
Aragorn and
Yeah,
Gandalf are
he's the
just
only one there.
yeah.
Like he like turn around. Where'd everybody go? You and what army? You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, that was weird. And I felt like that happened another time too in the movie too. Like at the beginning, yeah, at the beginning when they go after,
oh
it's
yeah, it
just
was just them. Yeah, just
them.
like
And
he's the leader of this freaking clan. Like
none
everybody's
of
gonna
them
be
are
going.
looking. Yeah,
I know. Like no, we're much more. We're better with just the sillies.
just
Like,
the
we don't
two
need
of
everybody.
us. Yeah,
We don't need everybody.
yeah. We're like, where are
But yeah,
the
when they said he was
rest
the
of the
leader of
people?
this clan, and like, okay, so we're just gonna go sneak attack them. We don't need y'all's help.
And then it was like
Just slow us down.
they're like, you know what? We need to leave because these guys are going to chase us. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
What?
the whole reason they're chasing you is because you're the leader of this
Yeah.
rebellion. Now that you're gone, why wouldn't they just wipe out the rebellion?
I
Why are
know
they
it's
chasing you?
stupid. And one more gripe. Okay, so like now that we're replaying it, I'm thinking of more. But so like how the humans figured out where they went, like that they went to the islands, the Sully family. They called for medical attention from the human, like the ones that turn into avatars. And like, okay,
Uh,
we've got a unspotted or we've got an unidentified ship going to the islands. Oh yeah, that's definitely Sully. Like, okay,
well,
well, come on.
I got that a little bit because they probably thought, okay, this is a risk, but our daughter's
Yeah, I
dying.
guess. But I
Our
mean,
daughter's dying.
let the voodoo lady go to work on her. You know, she got it.
Well, yeah, that's. Well, I mean, think of it if
But
it
nah,
was
yeah, I
you. Like
guess.
this guy's a Marine, so he's like thinking, okay, we need literal medical attention,
Yeah, I
not
guess.
voodoo.
But
You know,
yeah,
so I get
but
that one a little more, but I understand you're like, okay,
it's
is this a necessary
like
risk?
obviously this is going to be bad. You know,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
Or it was just more like I don't know. The also it's weird to me the humans never like where are the scientists? It's a human like you know that goes transforms into Avatar. Not Sully, but the other guy. I can't think
Yeah,
of his
the other
name off
guy.
the top of my
I
head,
can't
but
either.
I don't know where their camp was located. Like for their little trailer or whatever. I figured the humans would
Those
interact with
floating
them.
islands that they
Oh,
can't
okay,
get
they're up
into
there.
because
Okay,
all the dinosaurs attack them.
okay,
So
but
that's why they were trying to draw them out. That's where they're at.
gotcha.
But still, I'm like they're going after Sully because he's the leader.
Yeah.
So that one was weird. I'm like, all right, I can get past that. Maybe
Hmm.
they
Yeah.
need to explain it. And obviously, they brought this bad guy back because he's got such a vendetta against him that he's just going to be relentless.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
And man, I thought in this movie another pro is the fight scenes were spectacular. I was loving them. I thought they were well choreographed. There was craziness happening all the time. Every time, like I said, every time an arrow pinned a guy in a cockpit, I was like, "Oh, this is awesome!" You know, like this is crazy. It was just really good fight scenes, and they like took advantage of that. I mean, sometimes you see a movie and you're like, how much did they spend on this?
Yeah, I know,
But
right? Yeah.
this, you're like, okay, they used at least all the
Yeah,
money.
you can tell it's expensive. Or like, some of them it's like they'll spend all that money and it's like this the CGI I could have made this
Exactly.
almost, it's like
Uh,
yeah.
but this one looked like it
Yeah, it
was
did look good.
expensive.
Hmm.
And it was crazy too because we were sitting there and I'm like, is there an after credit scene? And instead, they're just showing a bunch of whales. I'm like,
Yeah.
can you imagine James Cameron being like they're asking him like, hey, can we do the credits and just make it a blank screen? He's like, actually, no, we're gonna need you to
No.
work for another.
We've got an extra $100 million. Let's throw it in there.
Yeah, let's just throw it into these whale scenes. I'd like to see a bunch of aquatic life. And they're like, well, Cameron,
Can we just
didn't we do
film the
that for
ocean
the?
or
Wasn't that the 40 minutes that we
Yeah.
put in
No, we
earlier?
just put in.
He's like, no, actually, we need people are getting up and leaving during that. I'm like, this is this is what he wants you to see, man. This is what y'all are here for. That was funny too. But dude, overall, it's just such an vast improvement from the first one, in my opinion. That I had fun, and now I'm excited to see the rest of his.
Yeah, the next 10. Yeah.
Yeah, 10. Yeah,
Be
I think
another 30 years probably, but
I love his confidence too. Of like, these are gonna do so good. We're gonna make them all. And
just crazy to
like,
me that he's like full dived into this universe. Like he's made
yeah,
some great movies, like going back, like Terminator 1, 2, Aliens, and then for the last 15, 20 years, he's been just on
it's just
Avatar.
this. Yeah, that's crazy.
Like it's been so long. I almost had to ask you a couple times, like, what the heck even happened in Avatar? Like I haven't seen it in 15 years, or
I had
whatever.
to watch
It's,
it again
it's
too.
like,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure a bunch of people had to watch it again.
yeah,
But good for him, and I'm
no,
excited about him now. And I think he's teased like the last movie that he made is going to be on Earth, and I am ready to see
okay,
that grimy Earth, man. I bet that thing
yeah,
is just the pits of despair and like gray. I bet it's so gray
yeah,
and brown. I'm excited to see that. I don't know. It's got
yeah.
me
We'll see what happens.
more interested than I was before this movie. Like
Very true.
I was on the fence about this movie, and then I had some people tell me, "Hey, you should see it if nothing else for the technical aspect." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. I do love movies, so
Mhm.
I should watch this." And I'm glad I did. So it sounds like you're less glad, but it sounds like you might give the second.
Yeah,
the next movie a
I thought
shot
it was.
again.
I'm with you on the being more excited about it after this one than the first one. Because, like I said, the story I thought was interesting, and maybe after like the next one, for example, like depending on where they're going, maybe it'll be better. Like on rewatch. You know what I mean? Like if it
Right.
leads
I
into
don't know,
something that I
man.
was wanting, but
These movies, I don't think play as well on like a small screen.
no, yeah, 100%, yeah,
Like I think I would have enjoyed. I know I enjoyed the first Avatar more in theaters than when I watched it again on TV. Because I'm
yeah.
like, oh, this looks like every CGI movie I've seen.
No, yeah. See, and that's probably why I don't like it as much because I'm more about just like I care less about the visuals almost. Like now it does bug me if they're bad, but as far as like like
Right, you're not going
the
to elevate
story
this
is like kind of
movie
what I'm. Yeah,
because
exactly.
you're,
Yeah, that's
you're
probably
pretty water.
yeah, yeah. Go film the ocean.
He said, "Why film the ocean when I can just create?"
I can make an ocean. Yeah.
Got anything? Any closing thoughts?
No, I think the third one's supposed to be like in 2 years. I think so. It's not supposed to be as long of a wait time. I think between the next one. So
Yeah, didn't they already film it because they were
I
trying
think
to?
it said 2024. I believe. I think so.
They,
I think it's
I
like
think they
2 years
filmed a
almost
lot of
from
it
the
because he said he didn't want the Stranger Things
Stranger
effect
Things
where the
problem.
kids
Yeah.
grew up.
Hmm.
So
I mean, they're CGI'd anyway, so I don't really know how
yeah,
much a big deal that is, but I don't know.
yeah. It didn't. Sigourney Weaver. I don't
Yeah,
quite know how to.
she was playing the
Was
girl. I didn't realize that
playing
until
the
I
daughter.
looked. I didn't because the whole time I was
You
like,
couldn't
"Who?"
tell.
Well, I was
Her
like,
voice is a little weird.
"Well, it was like when I was watching, I was like, I swear I've seen this girl somewhere before." And I was like, well, that's because I just saw her 5 minutes ago in the movie.
A literal senior citizen playing a
Yeah.
child. She did okay. I mean, you didn't really notice it apparently.
No, I didn't. Yeah, and I guess she probably I don't even know her name. Was it Io or something? But she's probably or no, it's not her. But she obviously has a lot to do with the
Yeah,
movie,
she's gonna be
the whole grand scheme of things. She's the
right.
most powerful
Yeah,
being, probably.
she can make the fish glow.
Yeah, she's obviously going to be the most important person. Once the humans find that out, it's probably going to be trouble. But
Yeah, I'm like, is she like
I feel like she
Jesus
is. I feel
situation?
like she is the whatever they worship, the mother or whatever. Like I
Right.
feel
Are
like
they
she
trying
is
to
her.
are they trying to make her like
I'm pretty sure
Jesus?
it's Jesus because didn't have a dad, and all that stuff. Like
Which is
or
just,
maybe I don't know if she had a dad or not. We'll
it's
see,
an
but
odd decision.
we'll see if she
Curie.
had a dad.
Her name's
Curie,
Curie.
yeah, Curie.
It's an odd decision, but we'll see.
Yeah, and her like last gripe, I swear. But at the end, it was like when she's like her family's over here drowning, she's like playing with the like the glow, the gel. I'm like, all right, we
No,
get
she
it.
saved him. She
I know,
saved
but
him.
it was like, I know this is going. Go ahead and
Just
let's
get there.
not make them panic as much. Let's go ahead and get the heck. You've got the fish already. Come on. So,
Yeah.
they'll be all right. They got one last breath.
Yeah. That's fair.
No, she did save, but it wasn't a gripe. It was like, all right, come on,
Yeah, speed
come
it
on,
up. What are we
hurry
doing?
up, hurry up, so you're gonna be too late.
That's funny.
Like, you're the water person out of this family, Like,
You can hold your breath longer.
Yeah.
We've established that for the
Yeah.
last 40 minutes. Dude, I have a gripe, but it's not about the movie. It is about the movie theater. I think it's about
Oh,
time
yeah.
we launched these dine-in movie theaters into the sun. I can't
I'm with you,
stand it.
man. I miss the old days, man. Like
I
the
get
I'd
theaters
rather just be in a theater.
need to find a way to make money, but I got people
And see, a lot
walking
of
in
people
front of me
like
during this movie.
see a lot of people like these. I prefer the I'm good. Like, give me my popcorn and drink. I'm good.
They
Like,
keep the lights on.
Yeah, I
It
know,
wasn't
yeah.
dim enough. I was like,
Well-
the whole time I'm like, I'm trying to like squint because
I think just so I guess they don't miss steps. Like, not to name names, but I know like one of the guys carrying like dropped the thing like 3 times. I don't know if you heard him. I don't know if you heard him over there. He let out an expletive after the third one. I think he like spilled
No,
drinks
I
like
did.
3 times, man.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Just throw the pan across the room.
I'm like, I'm super distracted because I got this guy next to me ordering a full course meal, and I'm like, I'm trying to watch a movie here. So
Man, the first time I went to a movie at a dine-in place, a little off topic, but was A Quiet Place. Oh my gosh, I was like, all right, I'm trying to shut up, It's like,
what a terrible.
like, oh my gosh,
terrible
like,
movie
who
to
decided to do this?
I
It's like,
know.
okay,
I loved that. I
anywhere
love that
else.
theater experience because everyone was like super quiet
Yeah.
and like any movement, like someone
Any
would
hot-
cough and they'd be like,
Yeah.
oh gosh.
Okay, you had the nachos. Also, the people beside us ordered like a 4-course meal. Sorry,
That's what I'm saying.
He was like,
That's
all
what I'm
right,
saying.
loaded fries,
Literally.
nachos. Holy
I hate doing it, but I almost told the server, hey, can you squat? Because
I
I'm
know, they
trying to
stopped
watch this
in front
movie.
of you. They stopped. There was 2 of them too. They're like, so why do we got 2 people?
Going at it
Just in case he drops it again.
one's ordering dessert, the other one's
I gotta
ordering
spot him in case he
meal.
drops this thing again. But yeah, he legit just stood right in front of you. And
Oh, dude.
I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I was like,
I was like, are you kidding me? This technical marvel of a movie, and I got this guy asking him if he wants the tab now or later. Oh, sheesh. All right, dude. I enjoyed it though, man. I miss seeing movies with you. Next time I'm
Yeah,
in town,
man.
we'll definitely have to do it again.
for sure. Good talking about it too.
Yeah, for sure. All right. If y'all liked Way of Water, let us know. Subscribe, like, all the things.
And if
Thanks
you
for
didn't like
listening.
it,
Yeah, well, if you didn't like it,
let us know why.
I guess you can tell us.
Let us know why you agreed with me. No.
Yeah. All right. Thank y'all for listening. Later.